In the last devlog, I said I'm probably going to add more things like soft bodies and just general optimization. Let's see how that goes, shall we? The first thing I made after uploading that video was a random number generator. Why did I do this? I think I did this because, I don't know, maybe for the thing I was going to make next. To make it simple, multiply the last generated number with a big number, add a big number, then XOR shift. So that's 0 out of 2. That only took a day. The next one took a week. Node system. I wanted to allow users to override things like collision resolving, physics processing and such. Hey, that's like Godot. Firstly, that's what I'm going for. Secondly, it's Godot. And that was not fun. Out of the whole week, only 2 parts stayed mostly the same. Components and scripts. Components are things like rigid bodies. Scripts allow you to override those functions. Those 2 had barely any change throughout the whole time, but nodes are a different story. The first version of the node system made each node hold all of its children. This wasn't the best idea because when it needed all the nodes for something like physics detection, it had to loop through all the nodes, then all the nodes' children, then all of that node's children, then all of that node's children, then all of that. Can you see why that was a bad idea? Also, I need the nodes to be mutable, but because the borrow checker I had to use raw pointers, but the problem is I didn't actually want mutable pointers, I wanted mutable references. So I had this great thing. Yeah, this is disgusting. I think my comment said it all here. If you don't know Rust, dereferencing a raw pointer twice just to reference it. To test it, I spawned 1,000 rigid bodies and watched the FPS. This node system managed a whole 7 FPS. 7! 1,000 rigid bodies is a lot though. Yes, it is. But this is so I don't have to do a load of optimizations once the engine has matured more. The second version and the current system used IDs. Oh, and I used that random number generator from before. It comes full circle now. The world holds all the nodes, but the node holds the IDs of the children, which now means lookups will be a lot quicker. So now it runs at 12 FPS. No, wait, it's still 7. Actually, never mind, it crashed. So that's -1 out of 2. How? The issue was the collision system. Remember components? Components are things like rigid bodies. Another component I made was a collider. It just gives the nodes a hitbox, and it can turn itself into an AABB, or axis aligned bounding box, because it's fast at collision detection. But when it generates, sometimes it explodes into not a number, which I don't understand why, because I reused the same code, almost line for line, which means that it checks collisions with each node. Once I got that fixed, it got 150 FPS. So we optimized it. 0 out of 2 or 1 out of 2. Then I went on holidays for a week. Once I came back, I made soft bodies. Soft bodies are rigid bodies, but the vertices can move independently, and each vertex is connected by springs. To stop it from squishing itself, it remembers its starting shape and pulls the vertices slightly into that shape. And collision resolving is too complicated for me to explain in this simple video. So that's 2 out of 2, but also 1 out of 2? So 1.5 out of 2. Very last thing I added was general things, such as an extended readme, more docs, fixed license, security and contributing file, broke collisions, and the git attributes file. Wait, did you just say you broke collisions? Well, that's it. I didn't expect myself to get this done in a month, but I did. I don't know what I'm going to do for Devlog 3, but I might build the render. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking and you can go watch another video. Bye.